Ooh, that's a nice shot. You know, music is intensifying. Man. Oh no!
Look
that's
at
a shot.
that!
That's thumbnail or screenshot. That's a shot right there. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vontae the First, the day portion of Mugen Eclipse.
And it's me, Mr. Twitchy, the night portion of Mugen Eclipse. We are back today, guys, with what might be a landmark episode for the series, and that is Dandadan Season 1, Episode 7 today.
And the reason why he's saying that is because on Twitter, we've seen a lot of people just hyping it up, saying it was incredible and all this stuff. So we're excited. We was just talking about this before recording about other anime, like where, you know, it kind of kicks off at usually like around episode 7s and 8s, it seems like.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know if that's like on purpose or not with these studios, but it's pretty cool to see nonetheless. So I'm excited. But what happened last week? Oh shit, it's a lot that happened.
Well, a lot happened last week. Let's just say it is the Willy Wonka Golden Ball Retrieval arc, and we are looking for Okarun's testicles because they were taken away by Turbo Granny, now in Turbo Neko form, and encased in a gold sealant. Now, these little marble-like things, they actually, one of them hit Ira in the head and awakened her spiritual observation abilities, let's just say, because we don't know if she has any powers as of yet. But she started seeing things like in the grounds of the school, like, who's that familiar of Okarun / Momo? It wasn't their familiar. So when she goes to speak to Momo at an abandoned warehouse-esque facility, that's when the silky acrobat shows up and proceeds to gobble, 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 gobble. All of them. Hungry Hippo style.
And Baba. Lucky cat. A luck cat. Good luck cat.
Yeah.
Turbo Granny, she's goated. She could just become anything. She's like Ichigo, you know, Hollow, Quincy. Oh, spoiler. My bad. But the cross was a lighter cross that pretty much had burned the acrobatic Silky, and now we're all out. So Turbo Granny helped us, and now we have to do our counterattack as Momo said. So yeah, that's pretty much the episode. But you ready to hop into this one?
Yes, I am, guys. So I was only spoiled on 4 panels in this entire series, one of them being Okarun in the bathroom. Where'd my balls go? The second one's going to be this episode. So without any further delay, let's get into Season 1, Episode 7 of Dandadan right about now.
Now, whatever you do, don't push this button.
I am Groot.
Uh-huh.
I am Groot.
That's right.
I am Groot.
No! No, that's the button that will kill everyone!
Oh, whoa. Okay, so they're going a different artistic approach, huh?
Saw some of this on Twitter earlier, and I didn't realize it was Dandadan. As soon as I did, I clicked off, but shit.
It feels very Chainsaw Man like. I feel like the direction this episode is going to feel like it too. God.
Oh my god, her hair is not silky.
Ooh, oh, you can tell the animation's crazy this episode. I've seen that movement from Momo.
It literally reminds me of the movement from Chainsaw Man.
Yeah. Look at this. Oh yeah, you know they.
It's just like Chainsaw
Man. Yeah. Oh my god, and the sound is like, shit, it's intense. No, a lot of this does remind me of Mappa a lot too, because some of this is reminding me of JJK Season 2.
Okay.
Can you try to get a trap like tangled up or something? I don't know.
He lost his form. Momo?
Yep.
Guys, long hair, this is a problem.
And like tangling, it actually sounds like threads.
And like the shearing of the hair fibers.
Oh my god.
Oh, this hurts my hair. Yes.
Why are you guys arguing now? Stop. Damn.
Oh.
God.
Okay, that was from the trailer. Hit the button.
Tandro Abba, huh?
当分霊力は使えねえさ。
I don't think so.
あの女が持ってんだろ。
Oh yeah, I just carry a pair of scissors on me all the time.
But what are we in elementary school? With the safety scissors.
Literally, he would be the exact opposite because he's always running with scissors.
どうした？
She not breathing?
こいつ。
Oh my god.
Okay. Kinder world. Oh boy. So my prediction last week was that she was going to end up being quote unquote cursed by Silky Acrobat Mommy.
Oh, hold up. Is that the rule of the world?
自信ないっす。
True.
Okay.
Super duper massage. I said massage. CPR.
Okay, her powers are incredible.
It really reminds me of Adam Eve from Invincible. Like, there's just like damn near no limits to it. This OSC too, like the intensity, and it's like
It's building up.
By the way, the animation of her dead body is actually pretty crisp. It's crazy to say, but oh boy.
Son of a nutcracker.
I
I still can't put my finger on what voice actress that is. She sounds like somebody else. Maybe.
It reminds me of the Leech Devil.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. It reminds me of Chainsaw Man. Yes, the Leech Devil. Yep.
Aura.
Mhm.
誰がてめえの言うこと信じんだよ。
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Yeah, this is Chainsaw Man. She ripped her jaw off.
Just to say, like, I can't do it. I can't eat. You can trust me.
うちはてめえを信じ
That's interesting though. They use like aura as like in the placement of like soul.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming, or spirit, but mostly soul.
So is this different than what's happening with Okarun, or is it the same?
I feel like it's
It's
kind of
different.
indirectly, yeah.
Here we go. Oh, I can tell where this is going.
Animation is animation.
I'm probably not going to say much during this section, guys. This is
Talk
going to
about
hit.
direction. Oh, they got the red dress, and I like that.
Yep.
Yeah, the direction of this episode is insane. Oh, that's what I saw on Twitter. Yeah, the kid laughing. That's why I was like, what series is this? It looked different. Cause I remember you mentioned too, like she, just for her personality, that she might like dyed her hair pink or whatever.
I
Ira.
think so. Yep.
So this is really her and her mother. That's wild.
She's working multiple jobs, teaching her
Is this
ballet,
really- Whoa.
and she's also a prostitute. Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at, or what I thought of when I seen the money on the nightstand, on the dresser. I like that. Pictures, yep. This feel like I'm watching like Look Back or something. The direction and just I don't know.
Oh, just you wait.
Yeah, I know this is.
Yep, bought it for her daughter.
But this is really good, man. I'm appreciating the hell out of this. Like a lot. It's a story with no dialogue and you can understand it completely for the past 5 minutes, just about.
Happy birthday. Yep.
Wow, with the stars outside the window.
This piano is telling a story. I've seen like the next 2 minutes, guys.
The glass with it. Hell no, man. Yo!
Oh,
Oh, no. Oh. Man. Wow.
Yep.
That goes,
just like the opening sequence.
Yo. Huh. Oh my god. This feels real.
Yeah.
It's first person
Yeah.
and like a real world aspect. And like that shit made me hate people saying that. I'm not even like it made me hate people even more saying that. The lady's trying to get by with her daughter, get this money for her and her family, and then took her daughter away.
I watched up to this
Bludgeoned
point,
her.
guys. This didn't feel like Dandadan, and then I was spoiled
Not-
on
does
this
not.
panel.
Ooh.
So to contrast the silky
Oh,
acrobat
wow.
from earlier.
This looks so crazy. Wow. Once again, we didn't really get much dialogue. Ooh, that's a nice shot. And that music is intensifying. Man. Ooh, no,
Look
that's a
at
shot.
that!
That's thumbnail or screenshot. That's a shot right there.
Whole life. Oh! 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 Because she jumped off the building. She woke up.
My goodness, that doesn't even make sense. And she was not like.
Oh my
I
god.
thought it was like some weird random thing going on last episode. This is not that. Wow.
And then for 10 years, she followed her.
That must have been like some kind of soul connection or a connection, like a GPS. Like she just knew.
I think she's already dead.
いつ
Yep.
帰ってくるの
Oh.
当分ずっと帰ってこないよ。
How do you explain to a child their parent
お母さんがいなくても
dying?
ちゃんとできるよって。
Mm-hmm.
アイラはちゃんと自慢できる子になる
Gave her life.
アイラそうか思い出した私が
Yeah.
生き返った
Jesus Christ.
Did she feel that? Does she know that story? Hold them back.
I
Yep.
was thinking so.
やめて
Ooh.
お願い
Now this just feels like Himino situation. I won't spoil it for people, but
成仏はできねえな
damn.
Hug
それ
her.
でどうなるの
何もなくなるこいつはどの世界にも存在しなかったことになる
Oh, that's
生者からも
terrible.
死者からも
Yeah, this mangaka, he gets deep
まあ
into
どう
shit.
せろくで
You
も
can
ない
tell.
人生
Like,
さ
it's not just, oh, aliens,
こんな
ghosts.
奴
Like,
が消えたところ
no.
でどうってことねえわ
Existence, life, death. Yeah, she,
Come
yeah.
on, MC, move.
And that's actually crazy, if, like, for her to even, like, you know, if she does notice, because she doesn't remember like that, you know. She was like a 3-year-old or whatever, 4, not even 4.
Oh, this soundtrack is unsettling.
もっとたくさんもっ
It's like a nursery rhyme.
もっと
Like a depressing remix
Yeah.
of one.
うん
生まれてこなければ
Yep.
ごめんな
Yes.
さい
Mhm. Damn. There's that shot. That's a last screenshot shot, probably.
Oh,
Or that. Or that one. Really any shot in this episode. God damn. Wow.
誰も彼女たちを傷つけたりしない幸せで
Kind
優
of
しい
world,
世
boom.
界へ
Yep. The episode title. Seems like that's gonna be a recurring thing with these arcs. These short arcs ending really, really good, like episode 4, and then this one. Best episode, hands down.
yep.
4 was great. 4 was great, absolutely great, phenomenal. But this one was like truthfully goated, peak. This is one of the ones you would even want to rewatch again. You know, that's how good and emotional and impactful it is. Yeah, and now I really do believe you guys when you say that a lot of characters in the series have some backstories. And what I mean by some backstory, I mean like this. So I'm not saying like anything has to get like worse than that, but I'm just gonna ask, what gets worse than that?
I don't know, man. That's like the first backstory that the mangaka cooked up. You better be careful.
So
that's
kind of what I mentioned it, or I said it like that, because it's like that's the first one. That must mean that some have to would be worse, you know, in certain ways. I assume Turbo Granny, based off of what we talked about a lot.
Yeah.
But that easily was one of my favorite episodes of anime this year. Oh, I got this funny feeling. Hey,
that's not.
Okay, that's a cheek. It look like it's a cheek. It look like it's a cheek. I think. I hope. Stop, Ira. Stop. Shit, man, that was
emotional.
The direction in this episode. What the?
Now,
Satoru?
I said earlier, and I got kind of choked up, but like, I saw that 2 minutes of like those men breaking into that apartment and taking her daughter and her running after them, and I didn't realize that was this series. It looked like a movie. It looked like something that had been like a cult classic for many years and someone was just watching it on Twitter. Even the way that the characters were drawn in that scene, it seemed like a little bit older of an animation. And given the fact that this is someone else's previous life before this current time in the story, it makes sense that they would be drawn somewhat differently. And then immediately when I saw that blue dancing underneath the stars, that's the panel that I've seen before. And I knew immediately, I was like, I gotta click off. Oh my God, Dandadan is cooking.
I could just tell that panel was fire. I gotta look at that afterwards. I could just tell. I'm just thinking about it.
Everything
I actually saw
that went into this
Ira.
episode from like a direction standpoint, it was art. Perfect art.
Yes. It reminded me of, obviously we were saying throughout the episode, Chainsaw Man a lot. It also reminded me a little bit, like in terms of the animation, how it looked different. It reminded me of Undead Unluck, the beginning, like the very first minutes of episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that kind of feel. Like it felt like a different anime, a different story. I hope that I think they will. I'm very intrigued, and I hope that they keep up doing stuff like that when it comes to backstories or anything else characters are going through, because stuff like that matters. That what separates the greats from like the legends in anime, you know, like because you show that you care and you understand that the source material is like, okay, this right here, it has to be as good as it possibly can be, and that's what this showed. So
I like half jokingly asked, we have a Discord, guys, link will be down below. I kind of half jokingly asked in our Discord about a month back when episode 4 aired, or maybe it was episode 5. I was like, do you think episode 4 will be the best episode of the season? And I was kind of on the fence. I thought it could go either way, because episode 4, with someone that's been like reading the manga after we watched these episodes, I just realized like how much effort Studios or Science Saru was putting into this, and they elevated the source material much in a similar way that the Demon Slayer manga has been elevated by Ufotable. And this episode, oh my God, I like you were saying earlier, like this is one of those episodes to where like, yes, you will eventually rewatch it. This episode kind of reminds me of the feeling that I get the first time I watched Schindler's List. It is just such a heavy, real life type of scenario that I feel uncomfortable watching. I'm glad that I watched it the first time here with Avante and with you all, but it was emotionally heavy, and I just have to like decompress from that for a little bit.
It's a jaw dropper.
Literally, literally,
like,
no pun intended.
And I briefly mentioned it earlier, but like last episode, I just thought it was just some spirit, like, ghost that lost their child, and you know, this child Ira went up to her because she could see ghosts or something like that, and you know, and she was just like quote unquote familiar, like she was using her as like a quote unquote familiar, like, oh, like, yeah, this is like my daughter or my son that passed away or whatever, something like that. And then it just completely different. It was actually what it was on paper. It was her daughter. She was the mother. And man, I still think that Ira, she's going to, I don't know if it'll be a curse, I guess, But I think her hugging her definitely, she's gonna have like her essence or something like that. Kind of like with Turbo Granny and Okarun in a way. That would be pretty cool because I would love to see Ira just doing some acrobatic like kicks and all that. That would be fire to see, you know. So I hope that that's the case because I feel like this series does a good job of making things bittersweet. Like even with Turbo Granny, she's with us now, but I'm still sad about what's to come and also how it ended where, you know, seeing all the spirits of the girls that so this series, man, I feel like I'm glad seeing these new gens, some of these new gens just doing just amazingly. I'm glad that we got stuff like this still. This is on pace, you know, like when they say when an athlete in a sport is on pace to breaking a record, this is on pace of being like one of those Hall of Fame greats. So I'm excited though, but I guess that's all I got in me because that was pretty draining. I'm not gonna lie, that was draining.
Let's put the emotions to the side for a second and talk a little bit about the world building in this episode. So even though the meat and potatoes was obviously the poignant goodbye between the silky acrobat and Ira, we also got a look into the void. So the void is when spirits are forgotten, their existence, it's like they never existed. So is that a necessary conclusion to any spirit or yokai that is formed from a human? If we relate it back to a previous episode, if they don't engulf as much spiritual energy from humans as possible. But also, Turbo Granny said spirits are not supposed to harm humans. Then where do aliens come into play? We broke the promise and vice versa. So even with the existence of the void being like an endgame scenario over here, we do have to think about it from the other perspective in terms of what are the spirits trying to do? Or even, let's just take it a step further, how do they become the spirits? Because it looked like she had regrets in life, so kind of like the curse energy from Jujutsu Kaisen. And then Ira was able to see this woman who I assumed at that point was dead, and she thought, are you my mom? Because she had a traumatic experience herself. So what is it about the human psyche or the human condition that allows people that experience trauma to be able to see poltergeist, to be able to see maybe potentially aliens? Because if you can see one, you're likely to see the other.
And also seeing this from Ira's backstory even more makes me like excited to see Okarun's and Momo's because it's gonna be similar in terms of their parents or whatever family. You know, when you brought up the void stuff, I have a prediction.
What do you got?
Just because this character, I feel like we've been talking about her for a long time about the dark backstory that we might see. Turbo Granny. I have a feeling that she's going to, like, in the end of the series, she's going to like save the world, something like that,
and go into the void.
She does, yes, and it's gonna be bittersweet because she saved everybody, and we know it as the audience, but also as the audience, they don't know, you know, or they don't. I don't know, something like I've always liked the idea of someone being forgotten, but also their legacy is still stamped regardless. Yes. You know, like even soldiers in war, that happens all the time. Like sometimes you don't know what a soldier actually did or went through, but you know, you can kind of see the results or whatever, the byproduct from what happened. But world building, like you said, every episode there's something, and there's still so much more. It's crazy.
We've literally been focusing all on one side for these first 7 episodes. It's only been a mention of the aliens once or twice. We have not even scratched the surface on that side. See, I thought you were going to go in a different direction with the void. I thought you were going to go to Doria. I thought you were going to say something like Momo just has these fleeting memories of like, who was that important person in my life? So that's what I thought you were going to say, but either way would break my heart. So
either way, to be honest. That's interesting that you brought that up. I could see that too because of like early on in the series how she felt about her grandma. She thought she was like a fraud and all this kind of stuff. So it's kind of like a play on that once again, but it's just a way different.
Do the grannies go off into the void together?
Wow. Hey.
It's a whole passing of the
I can't wait till we get to read it. Oh my god.
Guys, we're reading the manga in January.
Yes, sir.
so come back for that.
If you made it this far, you know, but we will be making an announcement and whatnot so you guys can know. And also remember, once again, Twitchy said it a little earlier in the discussion, but join the Discord so you can stay up to date with all the content, stuff like this, talk about Dandadan, other stuff. But make sure you don't spoil people or us and whatnot. Use the spoiler bars.
Excellent episode.
I keep looking at my screen like,
I'm tired. I'm emotionally drained.
All right, you guys know I just said a little bit to just stay tuned with a lot of content on the channel, backlog and current stuff and stuff in the future. So subscribe, like the video, comment. It helps us get out to the algorithm to get out to more people, and so you guys can see us and experience peak or maybe even trash with us, but we always rack the peak around here. All right. But with that being said, I hope you guys all have a good ones. So please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys on the next video or stream, and
Peace.